One more time, good morning. That's still weak. Y'all must be in the vile mood that I'm in this morning. So welcome and thank you for joining us. If you have not done so already, please turn off your phones. And as Robert Blue says at every founders meeting, if you can hear my voice, as I mentioned, I'm in kind of a vile mood this morning. So two quickie, jaded folks. A man comes home from his doctor's appointment and tells his wife, honey, the doctor gave me a note that says I can masturbate whenever I want. She grabs the note from him, looks at it, looks up at him and says, you idiot, it says you could have a stroke at any moment. Not quite the same thing. The other pleasant thought, it's nearly Valentine's Day. My partner just did the sweetest thing. He gave me a bracelet that belonged to his grandma. He wanted me to have it, and he wanted me to wear it at all times. It's so sweet. It says, do not resuscitate. On that note, we're on virgins. Miss Blanca.
Good morning, everyone. We don't have panic today. Oh, there we go. That's good. That's good. She's going to love that. All right, so we're going to start right here because I'm close. And we have Michael from, originally, Ohio. That's a right over there. And over here, we have
Darren from Peru.
Originally from Peru. Oh, all right. Did you see those guys, everybody? Oh, my God. And I know we have a couple more. Here we have
From Connecticut.
Don's from Connecticut. I saw another one. Actually, we have more than what I saw. Of course, you know, I'm clueless half the time. Good morning, good morning. And you are?
I'm Joe from Boston.
Joe from Boston. Notice how we said that. I know we have another. There we go. There we go. I met him. All right. I'm going to get through, okay? Slide over for me. I'm getting fat over here. All right. We have
Flag from South Carolina.
I love it. Flag from South Carolina. I love that. Wait, more? Oh, we got another one over here. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I got to lose. I really have to lose weight. This is crazy. We have over here.
Oh, from New Jersey.
Oh, a Jersey boy. What exit? Because I'm 16.
Jersey boy.
136. There we go. All right. Anybody else, guys?
There's a guy from Sweden here.
There's a guy from Sweden here. Oh, we have Dave over here.
Dave from Syracuse.
Dave from Syracuse. Where's my Swedish guy? Somebody says Sweden, but I think they're hiding. Oh, he left. Oh, he went back to Sweden. No. All right. Oh, we have one hidden virgin. Is that right? No, maybe? Barry, you're a virgin? You've been here before? No? You've been here before? Oh, okay. Have you been here before? Not to this particular thing, but that he is a virgin, isn't he, Bruce? That he is. And your name is?
Al from Cincinnati.
Al from Cincinnati. I love it. I think we're done home. If you didn't, I'm sorry.
Welcome for some visitors, and thank you, Miss Blanca. So, Danny is overheated this morning. His AC went out. That's around shore.
Ginger's always hot.
Morning, everyone together. So who's usually here? Danny. Danny's AC group. Join me on Facebook. Hi, Danny. Everybody say hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
See if we get a thumbs up from him. Of course, we have our sexual health clinic open today, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today's Tuesday from 11:30 to 7 in the back building. You can get your HIV services there. We talk a lot about prevention, PrEP, and PEP. But there's also treatment. Treatment is really important to prevent HIV. So if you're living with HIV and you're on treatment, that's great. You're doing your part. If you need to get connected to care, there is a clinician back there at AHF that can get you connected to care also. So we never want to forget about those people who are living with HIV, who are on meds and undetectable, hopefully, but that's a journey also. February 14th, Valentine's Day, and also National Condom Day. We always provide free condoms in a number of places, so think about that. And I always say, think about layers of safety, right? Think about your car. How many different safety devices are in a car? Who can name a few? brakes, horn,
Seatbelt.
seatbelt, inertia wiper,
Ear,
backup.
ear.
There's like so many of them, right? So when we talk about safer sex or safe sex, condoms are part of that. You might also layer in PrEP or PEP or other stuff, also treatment. So think about that too. Wellness services, we always have our stress management, media literacy, and quit tobacco services, which are an hour-long tips and tricks session. And also our classes, we have Move with Pride, as well as restorative yoga. Today, restorative is at noon, Move with Pride is tonight in this room. There's always room for more, so come on down. If you've heard about it, it's great, it's a lot of fun. And say again?
Is the restorative?
Restorative is upstairs. Move with Pride is going to be in this room. We clear everything out. Thank you, Jeff, and your staff for clearing out all the tables for the evening. iRest, which is a meditative yoga, is this Sunday. We have Grief and Loss with Reverend Ann, who is somewhere here. On Mondays, it's Grief and Loss support group. And then next Tuesday, we have Reiki with Jeff and his entourage. So if you're interested in any of those classes, you can go to our website. They're all listed there under the wellness page. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wall. We have our Women with Pride coordinator, Ms. Diane.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Diane.
I missed you all last week. I wasn't feeling well, and I was very sad, but I did watch Coffee and Conversation before I fell asleep on the couch. But I realized I didn't want to be here because I love giving lots of hugs and kisses to everyone, and I really missed you, so it's great to be back. Okay, I've got a couple quick updates for you. You've heard me talk about this before. We have a health fair coming up on Saturday, March 1st, and this is a collaboration between the Pride Center, SunServe, TransInclusive, Blink, and other organizations. It's from 12 noon to 5 p.m. at Hagen Park. I've got lots of flyers up here, so if you want more information, add it to your calendar. It's going to be a great event. We're serving lunch. We have some fun educational sessions. There's going to be some preventative testing, so we'll be looking at HIV testing, cancer screenings. There's going to be an opportunity for vaccinations. We have wellness activities. There'll be a DJ. So it's going to be a fun and educational event. It's absolutely free, and I think it's going to be a good opportunity to just get a checkup on some of your educational health education and see some friends there. Last year's event was here at the Pride Center. We had a great turnout. We wanted more space, and so we're moving over to Hagen Park. The Pride Center and other organizations will be there. They'll have outreach tables, so I encourage you to go 12 to 5 p.m. at Hagen Park. That's Saturday, March 1st, so I hope to see you there. The next event we have coming up this week, and this is going to be a beneficiary for both the Pride Center and Women with Pride program. The Clay Court Classic, which is the largest LGBTQ plus tennis tournament, is held each year in Fort Lauderdale, and the Pride Center and Women with Pride are beneficiaries of this event. And so Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. at the pub, in the back patio of the pub, is a ladies' night. Everyone is welcome, but we will be hosting the ladies who are playing, the women that are playing in the Clay Court Classic. And so it's free, come join us. There's going to be a raffle for tickets for next year's event. And so proceeds will go to the Women with Pride program. If you're out on the drive, please join us. I will be there. Everyone's welcome, and we hope to see you for that. And then last but not least, I know this is more than 3 months out, and Bruce says we don't want to promote things too far out, but I have talked about Wilton Women's Week to you. We are just less than 3 months away, and that is a week of activities being hosted by the Pride Center and Women with Pride. We are including several other organizations all across Wilton Manors, and it's a week of activities hosted by women, women-led organizations and programs. I will start to announce more of those activities. Would love to see you all there, promote some of the amazing women and women organizations in Wilton Manors. It's a week of celebration of women, and I'd love to see you all there. Thank you very much. Yes, that is April 26th through May 4th. April 26th through May 4th, and I will be talking about it a lot, so thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Al Ferguson with Hot Spots happening out.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with my partner, Richard. We wanted to just catch you up real quick. Lots of things going on at Hotspots Happening Out. You may not know we're the largest LGBT nonprofit media company in America. We're right across the street. We have Hotspots Magazine on January 2nd. It celebrated its 40th anniversary of continuous publication. On the television side, at the end of the year, we were celebrating Queer News Tonight. We broadcast an evening news show every night, and YouTube recognized us in 2024 with 10 million views. Wow. We wanted to tell you a couple of things. I'm very excited. Hotspots Happening Out, lots of things going. We have the new co-CEO of Hotspots Happening Out with us, Darren Lowley, who is sitting here at the table. First time here to coffee and conversation, and we're glad that he's here with us. We wanted to briefly tell you we do a lot of different kinds of fundraising programs. We put a sheet on the table. We're going to Peru. We believe the largest gay group gathering ever, more than 50 already, going to Peru. To Machu Picchu, and on November 2nd, there's an AHF fundraising cruise for a 3-day, 2-night cruise on a very big deluxe ship out of Miami, so you have that in front of you. The other thing that we wanted to tell you quickly is about seniors. In 2025, we have elevated our conversation at Hotspots Happening Out about senior LGBT issues. It is incredible that LGBT is going through this invisibility kind of thing that's going on in America. But what's equally incredible is that LGBT seniors can often be invisible in our own community. And we are really talking about what can we do about it. How do we focus on senior issues? And one of the reasons Richard and I have been here, and we will all year long, come to coffee and conversations and other events like this, is senior issues in LGBT are so important. The Pride Center, this event is, you may not know, you probably do, is one of the largest weekly senior LGBT events in the entire nation going on right here in Los Angeles. Pride Center should be very proud of that. And so when you see us and you hear stories, you have stories that you want to tell us at Hotspots Happening Out, because we want to tell our stories about senior events, senior organizations, and issues that affect LGBT seniors. So you hear that call to action challenge, please take us up on it. The last quick thing I wanted to tell you about is all of the big news this week about Pride. Hotspots Happening Out in 2025. We made the breaking news last week. We will be the only organization in America that will put on 3 Pride festivals. June 14th, Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival will come back to Wilson Drive, and we'll be doing that Pride Festival. In August, we will do a Diversity Pride Festival focusing on Black and Brown, Caribbean, called Pride Fest. And we announced in the breaking news last week that Pride Fort Lauderdale, after years of issues with Pride Fort Lauderdale, is folded now into Hotspots Happening Out, and we will be putting on Pride Fort Lauderdale in February of 2026. So it's the first time all 3 major prides. We want you to come out. Pride has never been more important. There's lots of comments in social media. Why do we need to do this? Why do we need to do this? Did you turn on the news last night? That's the reason why. Hotspots Happening Out is our community partner. We thank you for supporting us. We want to support you, and we love coffee and conversations at the Pride Center. Thank you.
It is the second Tuesday of the month. Our county appraiser, Marty Keir's office, sends us our Michael, quiet and shy Michael. Let's see if we can coax him up here.
There you go. There we go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And who likes money? I can save you money. That's the way you can look at me. I'm the money guy in the back. And some of you folks that see you, that know me, that I've had the fiduciary responsibility of doing your homestead exemptions and also saving you money. I'm a certified Florida evaluator, and I look and have conversations with you because there are reasons. More questions I ask you, more money I can give back to you. A lot of people, some of this, well, a good percentage in this room here, I zeroed out on Broward County tax, which is phenomenal. First and foremost, everyone's familiar with deed fraud, right? There are new time people here. You can have deed fraud applied to your property. You don't have to have homestead on your property. If you're a snowbird, you have property here, you live in another state, Walla Walla, Washington, or Bangor, Maine, wherever it may be, you can have deed fraud kept on your property. A lot of Canadians, they have this put on their property. So if not, pick up a flyer in the back of the room. You received a card from the Broward County Property Appraiser's Office in respect to saying, it looks very small letters. It says you have homestead, you have disability, you have this, you have that. And some people come in and say, Michael, can you check this? It's my pleasure. I have forms in the back of the room for low-income senior citizen exemption. What does this mean? You have to be 65 years of age. And the second one is that the qualifier is the amount is on AGI, which is line 11, which is the adjusted gross income if you're below $37,690, you qualify. Now, let me tell you something. They put erasers on pencils because accountants do make mistakes. I had the dubious pleasure of having a conversation with the IRS. They were in Lighthouse Point. No, excuse me. They were at Lauderdale by the Sea. And I said, let me ask you a question. And they said, yes. I said, so line 11, your Social Security and pensions are not supposed to be included in line 11 because you're already been taxed on it. They said that is correct. And that's from the IRS. They said that is correct. There was a person in this room that had the passion, and this person fought his accountant. And guess what happened? I zeroed him out on paying property tax because that's how he felt for that. Also, too, is that I have in the back of the room medical disability forms. What does this mean? You don't have to be in a wheelchair, but you have to have a home. You have to be a homeowner to acquire this. And you can be blood related to this cause. You can be a survivor of cancer. You can be hearing, walking, something like this. And on behalf of Martin Keir, the Broward County Property Appraiser's Office, we're here to help. Martin Keir definitely believes in assisting senior citizens across the board. And no matter race, creed, color, or sexual orientation, regardless of what, we're all taxpayers and you deserve the money back. Okay? Little trivia question. What was Hotspot's original name?
David.
There you go. That's right. And I'll tell you how much it was David, the David magazine. And point of information, I had the pleasure. This is how important this place is. Coffee and conversation. Right here. Serious. Nancy Pelosi was with that man right there, Robert Boo, as well as all the congressional delegation of Florida right here. It was phenomenal. That's how much they think of this place. This place is fabulous. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless.
All the way from the deep south of Miami, Miss Cindy Brown.
Good morning. Oh man, I walked all the way up here. I'm tired. Welcome to Wilton Manors, right? Bienvenidos. I'm Cindy Brown with Jewish Community Services of South Florida. I run the Land of Living program for LGBT seniors. And I love coming up here on Tuesday mornings because, wow. I'll say it too. This is like the most amazing gathering of LGBT older adults that I even know of. So, of course, I'm going to remind everyone once again, we have our free online older men support group. It's the first and third Wednesdays of the month at 4 o'clock online. Doesn't matter where you are you can join us because it's online. Also, if you are in Miami-Dade County, if you live in Miami-Dade County, and you are in need of any type of case management or assistance, we have a program at JCS that we can get you into, that we can provide emergency financial assistance if you have the need. I am going to be here, right over here. If you have any questions for me, just come over and say hi, and maybe you'll join the support group. Thanks.
Thank you, Sydney. Today, ARP, we have Ms. Betty from the Bronx.
All right, Betty. Take your time, Betty.
Betty walked all the way from New York.
Cookies last night. I'm a little tired. Hope you enjoy them. Happy pre-Valentine's Day. I'm going to, well, a couple of things. I'm going to tell you how good ARP is. And I know that everyone here who's an ARP member gets their discounts and uses the discounts. I'm not going to talk about that. But I want you to know that the ARP Foundation tax aid delivered $623 million in refunds and credits to people 50 plus with low incomes. Now that's something a lot of people don't know what the foundation does to help people in need. We also have a friendly call system where someone calls you 2 times, 3 times a week to see how you're doing if you're a shut-in. And there's one other thing I'm going to mention quickly, and then I'm going to talk about something else. Let me see. Oh, our Fraud Watch Network helpline. Volunteers assisted an average of 500 people daily. 500 people daily call in to report a fraud scam of some kind. So be careful out there. The other thing is I'm going to be getting a new boss. And she's really, I'm a volunteer, and she's in charge of all of Miami and Broward County. And she'll be leaving us soon, but I hope the new boss, and we're going to really stress that, and I stress to the old boss how important the Pride Coffee and Conversation is. That you're all great, that you're all welcoming, you enjoy getting the news of what's going on, and I love your happy smiles every Tuesday. I don't get that at home like this. Usually it's a complaint, this didn't taste good, but whatever. Anyway, so this is great, you know, and I really, really love being here. And I stress that to her and how much we're going to need it. And she'll be in charge for a few more months until they find someone who will be equally as talented and helpful as Yvette is right now. So I just wanted to thank you all for being here. Thank you because I love you, and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Ms. Betty. Ms. Lisa from Sunset.
Good morning, everybody. This is a reminder this Friday that the Silver Serve Luncheon will be not at Hagen Park. We're going to be this time we're going to be at Island City Preserve Park on 28th Street, 11 to 1. So I look forward to seeing you then. And then also a save the date. You know, Pride Month is in June. And so June 21st, SunServe in partnership with the Pride Center. And yes, we play nicely together. Just saying. Women with Pride and Sage of South Florida, we will be hosting a senior Pride event at Hagen Park on the 21st of June. So please mark it on your calendar as a save the date. Huh?
Inside where it's cool.
Inside in AC. Yes, inside in AC. So mark it on your calendar and save the date. It should be a really great time. We look forward to seeing everybody.
Thank you, Ms. Lisa. We have our special events coordinator. How do you?
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Good morning.
So I've got two things for you today. We have Janet at the Center coming up on February 22nd. This time we have Mr. Dwayne Terry, who is going to do an amazing show for us. And for $25, you get 2 drinks and And then we're very excited about March 1st and March 29th. We have the return of our bingo event, which is Glow in the Dark Bingo. For $15, you get 3 cards and 2 beverages. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and it is a fundraiser for our Florida AIDS Walk campaign. So it means that every dollar raised gets doubled for the Pride Center. The March 1st one is an 80s edition, and the March 29th is a Fiesta edition, but both are glow in the dark. So we'll see you there.
Thank you. We have our Director of Development, Ms. Rebecca.
I've had far too much coffee. So I'm really struggling. So bear with me. 2 things for you. Okay. On your table general membership form, there's a QR code that goes to our Florida AIDS Walk team. It means that your donation is doubled. We would love to see all of you become a member, whether it's a general member or whether it is a member of our Founders Circle. Membership rates start at $30. There are lots of different discounts. You get an I Am Pride card, and you support programs just like this. So your membership is critical to what we do at the Pride Center. So if anybody is interested, 1, there is a form that you can fill out. 2, on that form is a QR code if you prefer to do things electronically. Or 3, I will be here afterwards so you can come see me. Second and last item for you is on your table, you have a little pink heart looking document. Are you feeling sassy? Who's feeling sassy? Because I'm feeling sassy. A little jittery. Sassy at the same time. Okay, so we've talked about bricks, right? So outside in our plaza, you can purchase bricks. You can purchase to honor someone, you can honor yourself, your pet, or you can purchase in memory of. So, for those of you who choose to purchase a brick, and the different sizes are 4x8 or an 8x8, $100 for a 4x8, and then it's something else, but it's $250 for the 8x8. You almost got a deal there. You can have it engraved in whatever you want. Obviously, there are character limitations. And if you're feeling sassy, if you honor someone, friend, loved one, someone close to you, we are happy to send them an acknowledgement that you purchased a brick in their honor with any of the little sayings that are on your feeling sassy document that's on your table, such as, how much do I love you? Enough to grave your name in stone? Or did I just need a tax write-off? How sexy is that? I mean, come on. You cannot get more romantic than that for Valentine's Day. Tax write-off all the way. All right. So, that being said, that's all I have for you this fine Tuesday. Thank you so much.
Bora, bora.
Thank you.
Bora, bora.
One more thing.
Oh gosh, you know what? I thought about it as I was running around and I went to get a pencil and I stood there for 10 minutes thinking, which isn't unusual for me, unfortunately. Anyway, so yes, Bora Bora. So tomorrow, if you're not signed up for our newsletter, you're missing out on a really good chance to win a Bora Bora cabana at the. I just need to clarify. It's not a trip to Bora Bora. Thank you. It is a Bora Bora cabana at the Hard Rock Guitar Hotel, and they are pretty fabulous. It is for 10 people. It includes up to $1,000 worth of drinks and food, and within that $1,000 of drinks and food, the gratuity and the taxes come out of that $1,000. Anything over, obviously, you're responsible for yourself. And the value is almost $5,500, and it's for a full day, right? So you and 9 friends can go party like rock stars at Hard Rock for just $50. And to increase the odds, we are only giving away or selling raffle tickets, 50 of them. That's it. 50, and we've got, as of yesterday, 19 left, I think it is. We only have 19 left. So, hop online, pridecenterflorida.org, or for those of you who get our newsletter, pull up the most recent one and you'll find the Bora Bora. And if you didn't get that most recent newsletter, sign up. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, it's that time. It's time for our CEO, Mr. Robert.
Hello, everyone. It is so good to see you. I feel like I'm at the White House press secretary with my book and everything.
Oh, no. We need you.
No. Previous. So, today is National Shut-In Visitation Day. So, for anyone, Facebook people, if you are not able to join us, so anyone in this room, please call someone, go visit someone. AARP has a program. SAGE has a visitor program. So there are resources around here. So if you know anyone that's a shut-in, not able to get around, please, please, please make a phone call and let them know that we love them. This Thursday is Valentine's Day. I know, it's news. So, Friday, whatever, Friday, Thursday. It's coming up shortly.
We're still on the ball.
So, I know, and no, I wasn't around, but during the 18th century in England, this day, well, everything comes from England. What's up with these Brits? God. So anyway, yeah, candy, chocolate, flowers, all that fattening stuff. So today in gay history, everyone know Tammy Baldwin?
Yeah.
So she was the first woman elected to Congress from the state of Wisconsin. She served 5 times before winning the Senate seat, defeating the former Wisconsin governor and one-time presidential hopeful Tommy Thompson, and becoming the first out gay person to be elected to the Senate. So we thank you, Tammy Baldwin. Yes, it's her birthday today. So, and then, unfortunately, Mark Ashton, who is a British, again, gay rights activist and co-founder of an organization in London. He unfortunately was diagnosed with AIDS. He was admitted to Guy's Hospital in January 1987 and died 12 days later of pneumocystis pneumonia. Another terrible loss due to a epidemic virus that could have been prevented. So, today also is a couple of birthdays. Quiz time. Tina Louise. Gilligan's Island. Oh my God. Born in 1934. She is still living. Hi, Tina, in case you're watching.
85?
What? 85? Someone do the math? I did. She's 91. Thank you. Wow. Sheryl Crow's birthday is today. Jennifer Aniston, who people sometimes think we're twins.
It's the Abino.
Haters.
Really?
I thought you and I were.
Haters. I know. I just don't know.
People mistake you and I.
And also yesterday was Liz. 85th birthday.
Yes.
So, a memorable event that also occurred on this day back in 1794 was the first session of the U.S. Senate. In 2025 could be the last session of the U.S. Senate. So, I'm going to get on my little soapbox here. Did anyone read the New York Times editorial? So, I'm going to give a little highlights. Now is not the time to tune out, is the name of the article. So, there are several people sitting here going, I'm tired. I fought for gay rights in the 60s. I fought for HIV/AIDS in the 80s and 90s. And now marriage equality, we did that, and I'm really just kind of tired. But I'm just telling you, it is not the time to tune out. So, thanks for something I didn't write, but I'll read. So, don't get distracted, don't get overwhelmed, don't get paralyzed and pulled into the chaos. They're creating this at a volume and speed of executive orders. The effort to dismantle the federal government, the performative attacks on immigrants, transgender people, and the very concept of diversity itself. The demand that other countries accept Americans as their new overlords, and the dizzying sense that the White House could do or say anything at the moment. This is all on purpose, trying to keep us distracted. So, all of this is intended to keep the country on its back heel so this administration can blaze ahead in its drive for maximum executive power. So no one can stop the audacious, ill-conceived, and frequently illegal agenda being advanced by this administration. For goodness sakes, don't tune out. And then I just want to highlight one of the anti-civil rights blitzes that has been going on. The administration has issued a flurry of executive orders and pronouncements that set back decades of progress on civil rights and often openly defy the Constitution. They especially target transgender Americans and have threatened federal funding for public schools that do not adhere to right-wing ideology about how history and race should be discussed. He also found nearly daily excuses to rail against diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. So when someone says, oh, I'm against DEI, I want you to turn around and go, are you against diversity? And of course, we're going to say no. Are you against equality? And again, with that question, you'll most likely say no. Are you against inclusion? And again, most people will say no. But when you say the acronym DEI, that has become target, red meat, bait, but if you break it up, if you say the words, oh, that means you are against diversity. They'll go, no. So say the words. DEI by itself has become a target, red meat, Satan's spawn, but when you break it out and say it to them, then people realize what it really is. And then our new Attorney General, and we know her because we were with her for so long, announced last Wednesday that private companies that choose to maintain their own diversity and inclusion policies could be targeted for criminal investigations. Isn't that crazy? So support the companies that have pushed back and said they are keeping their DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion policies in place because we need to reward them for zipping the spine up and saying, no, we will not be bullied. There is a whole list if you Google, but some of the ones that I remember most famously is Costco, Delta Airlines, NFL, no. Disney, anyone else? There is a list. Find that list, support that. Pardon me?
Major law firms. Let's see them go after Greenberg Garden.
Yeah, major law firms too, yes.
Yeah.
All right, and then the other thing that I want to talk about is big news, the attack on USAID, shutting it down, telling people that not to report to work. They were freezing the funds, and they're going to cut that out of the government, because why should we be sending money to other countries? Well, let me tell you why we should. Because we want to stop any new HIV virus that could come out of Africa, because PEPFAR sends millions and millions of dollars to Africa for AIDS prevention and keeping the viral load down. 25 million people have been credited to be alive today because of PEPFAR that was started with Bush 43. So if we stop those funds going there, that means new HIV infections are going to come back around, and this time they're going to be drug resistant. So we need to stop the viruses wherever they are, support the people wherever they are, because sooner or later, just like COVID, just like Mpox, it made its way around the world, and then it comes to us. So in one Kenyan county, 550 HIV workers were immediately laid off, while thousands of others in Ethiopia were terminated. It is so short-sighted. So my call to action last week, I said make phone calls. Make phone calls. Call your elected officials. Don't send an email, because the first thing that they do when they walk into their office and they see their staff is, how many calls did we get, and what were they about? So make a phone call. Yes?
If we're a snowbird, then we call Florida representatives. At home,
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It does not matter where you live. If you're a snowbird, if you rent a doghouse down here, then you're a resident. So, does that answer your question? You're welcome, honey. Alrighty, so make those phone calls. Thank you.
Our sponsor today is VTech. VTech has been with our expo for at least a decade, to the tune of $1,500 every year. Here was some really interesting information. Michael Sellers.
Thank you for having us, everyone. I love the buzz this morning. It's my first coffee and conversation. I really like the feel here, and I can't wait to come back. Thanks for having Vitas here and myself. I'm Michael Sellers, an RN administrator at Vitas Healthcare. We're a hospice company, if you guys aren't aware. We were at the Pride Parade with banners and a lot of allies. Luckily, I work for a company that really supports our community. Our website is blasted with Pride Month with rainbows everywhere, and testimony to our community and how we reach out and help our community specifically, especially employees that I work with, peers. Jamie Palazzo had a really good excuse this morning. He had a flat tire. I don't know if you guys know Jamie. I'm sure some of you do. Yeah. I haven't had enough coffee to match his energy level, because he'd be bouncing off his podium right now if he was here. But I have an important topic I want to talk about. Working in hospice, I see so many families go through rough times, and a lot of it can be prevented. A lot of the rough time comes from they don't know what to do. They don't know what arrangements have been made. They don't know what their mom wants or their dad wants. And unfortunately, I get to see people who don't know what their child wants either. It might be a grown child, right? A parent trying to make decisions for them. So I wanted to talk about a document called 5 Wishes, if you haven't heard of it before. It's like a living will. I don't want you guys to leave a note in your filing cabinet in the will folder that says good luck, figure it out, right? I want you guys to get the care that you want for yourself with your own personal preferences. And this document is, in my opinion, a little better than a living will, because it gives you a lot of chance to talk about your personal preferences for what you want for yourself. Mine talks about 80s pop, 90s rap, and now I'm into reggae, so I haven't added that yet. But I even have a playlist of what music I want to hear if I can't speak for myself. Okay? So this document was made by a gentleman that worked with Mother Teresa for 12 years. He ran a hospice in Washington, D.C. for 1 year. And he got to see, like I have in his line of work, what happens when people decline, get sick, and eventually pass away. A lot of decision-making goes on who's left, right? And sometimes who's left to make the decision isn't the person that you would choose to make decisions for you. It's who's available, who shows up. So this document starts out, that's 5 sections, and it starts out talking about the person I want to make healthcare decisions for myself when I can't make decisions. So it could be your family, your child, your parent, or a friend. A suggestion to consider is picking someone that has your values and belief system, and especially someone who you've talked to about this quite a bit, and they know where you're coming from and what you really want for yourself, and they'll follow through with that. When you don't have these arrangements made, people get scared, and they're scared to make the wrong decision. And sometimes they even go against what mom, I've had people say, I know mom told me she didn't want to go on life support, but I feel like that's the right thing to do at this moment. So they're even going against what someone that they really respect and love, what they've already told them. So this helps reinforce you to get the care that you want for yourself, and it takes the guesswork and responsibility off of the person you've named. The first part talks about, what kind of medical care services you'd like, tests, surgery, and it lets the person be named. There's even a third choice here. So if your backup isn't available, you got to back up to the backup. They just have to be 18 years old, and hopefully someone that you've had a great conversation with. If you ever change your mind with this document, you can just write another one. Or cross out and date and initial the changes you've made. It's kind of a living document that can evolve as you evolve. The second section talks about what type of medical treatment you do or don't want for yourself. And that can include antibiotics or being on life support, getting CPR, being on a mechanical ventilator. In my line of work, I get to see so many different colors of the spectrum of end of life. And some people are ill for quite some time before they can't make decisions for themselves anymore, and they've already decided that they don't want to be on a ventilator, right? Some people, I'm 48, I want a chance. I talk about in mine, I have writing even on the side in mine, like personal anecdotes, I have some jokes in there. I'm hoping that I'm a nurse. I'm hoping that the care people, not just the doctor, but whoever reads this, sees me as a person, right? An individual with my own preferences, that I'm a nice guy, and I come with some jokes in here to make it a little more lighthearted, and hopefully they can see through the legality and can see me as a human being with preferences. It talks about, if you're in a coma, what you would like to do. The third section talks about comfort, and it's about dignity and respect. It talks about things like I would like, Reiki, or someone to massage me with oil, or a cool, moist cloth put on my head if I have a fever. It's really personal. One thing it talks about in here is if there's something you don't want or you don't agree with, just cross it out. And that in here is instruction enough. For everyone that reads it going forward to understand what you want. The fourth section talks about how you want to be treated. It talks about how much interaction you want. How often do you want visitors? If you want people to pray for you. It talks about people being around you being full of kindness and cheerfulness and not sadness. So it's a good reminder of the people that are left that will be spending time with you. What kind of conversation you want to hear if you can't speak for yourself, and kind of gives them a point of mind, a point of reference when they come to your room of where to start. Kind of breaks the ice of the serious situation, especially if you put some personal anecdotes and jokes in there. the last section is 5. The wish for the people that are left, what I want my loved ones to know. This section is to put a little tribute to someone or to tell someone something that you always wanted to say that you never got the chance. I managed an inpatient hospice unit at Broward Health North, and I had some patients that, you can never predict when someone's going to pass away. And I would leave work in the evening thinking, I was going to say Betty, and I don't want to say that. Miss Joyce is going to be gone in the morning, right? And I come back in the morning, and she's still there. And she's still there for 3, 4, 5 days. And she's having a real hard time of it, right? Finally, as people come from out of town and start visiting, and I learn more about her life and her story, she has a daughter that she hasn't spoken to in 20-some years. And this is a true story about a patient I had. And I just wanted to do the right thing and reach out to the lady in California, the daughter, who didn't get along with her mom. And I told her, I think she's waiting to hear from you. If you can come, that would be great. But if not, I'll put the phone by her ears. And we made arrangements for her to talk to her over the phone. And hearing her voice, she died that day. And it's just so personal when you interact with people and you see this over and over. How important it is to sew things up, have a plan, take the stress off of the people that care about you, whether it's your neighbor or your best friend or your ex. Whoever's going to take care of you when you can't take care of yourself anymore. It really makes a big difference in their life to know what you wanted for yourself. So if you do find this interesting or you haven't done it yet, it is, in my opinion, so very important, not just for yourself, but for everyone. There's a section here to witness, always important. It's not required to notarize your signature, but if you take it and sign it in front of a notary and get it notarized, it's stronger, it has more legs in court of law. This document was designed with the American Bar Association. It is a legal document in the state of Florida. We have a lot of success with this being followed. You don't necessarily have to go to a lawyer and develop a formal living will, but if you do this, you can be assured that people will read it, take it serious, and follow your instruction, especially if you have it notarized. One last little bit, if you did want to take it to your lawyer and have it reviewed, or make a draft and have it reviewed before you get it notarized, they can find any kind of loose language that you may have written and help you fine-tune it to be more solid so that people will follow your wishes. But I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate VITAS that I work for that supports our community and keeps us visible on their corporate webpage. And as we see, that's so important as we go forward. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Michael. Michael, if you stay here, we've got some questions. We appreciate your being here. Ms. Blanca, can you close us out? 50-50.
Been a long time
All right, settle down. I'm going to call the number in 1 minute. All right, so the total we raised today was $354. So that makes, I know, right? That makes the prize $177. I'm going to ask Michael to pick the number, okay? Right back.
Put Michael on the spot. This Michael.
Yeah, the visitor always gets blamed if you don't win. I know.
Don't beat me in the birthday.
All right, so here we go. Number is for $177. 1044 0937. 0937. That's 4 digits. 0937. 0937.
It's a really good
All
conversation.
right, well, we're waiting. Please remember to turn your phone on. All right, who won? 0937. Really?
Over back there.
Somebody.
All right, does he have it? Come on. Don't worry, if you don't want it, we'll take it. We'll be back. turn your phones on.